You said to hope for the best, hope for a massive mistake from Fnatic. Maybe they get a bit ahead of themselves. I don't see that happening anytime soon. The way they're playing is absolutely amazing right now. 24 kills for Lekro. Oh, sorry, 24 kills for Crims, 20 for Lekro, 17 for Flusher. They're all just stepping up right now.
At least it's down by a Dren, something to get started. Push that smoke at A-Main, they're just going to walk out, find 15 manages to get away. Lekro and Crims find Hobbit and Doja, however. And above the smoke, it is map point, playoff point for Fnatic. And Gambit, defending major champions, seemingly not going to be present in Boston.
Yes, it's done. They will have $2,000 to work with, $1,900 to be exact. And this is a face of a team that knows what's about to happen.
11 kills Doja, 10 Mo. Compare that to the other side, 18 Flusha, 21 Lekro, 25 Crims. Even on the same page.
I'll take a massive mistake. Overtime. That won't even be a victory.
Trying to slip out from underneath. Vermeer, go hope for a mistake. JW jumps down, takes him out. Hobbit at least gets one back, but Flush is there for that. Bomb is down at the top of middle. Mo, Hobbit low HP. Mo last alive, 15. Found and gone. Fnatic 16-2, destroy the defending major champions, and ends their run here, if you want to call it a run. Whereas Fnatic look revitalized, they'll be moving on to the playoffs in Boston.
Yeah, I was disappointed with that game on Inferno, but that's much more like it. We're speaking in agreement about what map they would play. I'd say as long as they don't do Inferno again, I think they'll be absolutely fine. They've stepped up. Flusher, Lekro, and Crims especially. That was unbelievable. Crims with another godlike performance. If he keeps that up, they could go deep in this tournament.
Yeah, top 4 easy the way that they're playing right now. Navi's looking like they're back on form. It seems like just in time, a lot of the teams that I was doubting are suddenly looking sharp for the playoffs, which I think bodes well for Boston.
Well, Matthew, we're going to take a break. We've got a couple more games to go. Do not go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We're just getting started.
We're young enough not to know what to believe in. Young enough not to know what to believe in. Yeah.
turns around and finds the Dread as well. Yes, they're against pistols, but man, oh man. Man run rampant. He'll get shut down by Dozier, but that's not really going to matter.
Nice!
Dozier spot one, good shot. Second one there, tradable, but not quite. Lekro slides out. Dozier 19. Lekro gets all three.
Right now, it's an absolute mess. These are the current major champions, remember?
Yeah.
No! This is the face of a team that knows what's about to happen.
Mo last alive, 15, found and gone. Fnatic 16-2, destroy the defending major champions, and ends their run here.
The defending major champions are eliminated as Fnatic knocked them out. So first of all, congratulations, Golden. You are going to Boston to the major playoffs as legends at your first major ever. I mean, what is going in your head right now?
Just happiness and a relief, to be honest. Yeah, it feels like the pressure is off my shoulders, kind of way. So.
This game that you just had was a complete reversal of the game you had against Na'Vi. Talk about the difference of those two games.
Yeah, I think we just went to the room, like in the lobby, and just spoke with each other and just like, what the fuck are we doing? Sorry about that. And just like, we just spoke about it and just like forget about it and let's play our game. And I guess it showed.
Definitely, because you guys absolutely smashed Gambit. Now you're going to Boston, you're going to be playing in front of a live audience. To do so at the first major that you're attending ever, what does that mean to you? It
means a lot. It's a dream come true. I mean, now I'm a legend in the major, so I don't know. I can't express it.
Well, thank you very much, and congratulations again. A lot of dreams coming true today, Richard.
Indeed, my virgin ears. No, I'm just kidding, Golden. Congratulations. You're entitled to be excited at the first time. So there you have it. I mean, look, Janko, we're going to start by talking about what happened with the veto because, you know, we were shocked when we saw Mirage being left in there. And that's kind of been the tale, honestly, of Gambit's major for me. Some very bizarre veto choices. You know, think about leaving Overpass in there against SK. You leave Mirage in there against Fnatic, and you do set yourself up for this kind of mauling.
I literally cannot understand the veto at all, because you look at Fnatic, their two strongest maps are Inferno and Mirage, right? They just got blasted on Inferno. They're going to want to avoid that map, most likely. The other one is Mirage, right? So why do you let it through? They could have vetoed Mirage. Let Cash and Overpass in. Sure, they lost Overpass to SK, and Cash is not one of their best maps, but Fnatic played it once in the last 3 months when it was picked against them in a best of 3. So I think they would have gotten Overpass, most likely, and then they would have had a big advantage on that map. Here you can see Fnatic having a lot of confidence coming into the game, especially on the T side, winning pistol, and then it was just mostly the old style Fnatic where they go out as a unit, do an extremely good job at trading kills, and Gambit looked like they couldn't do anything about it.
Look at that ADR from Crims, what a monster. And for Gambit, Anders, they become the most recent winner that former major winner that didn't reach the playoffs since Envious. Envious are the only other team to do it. Obviously, they won in Cluj and did make it to the playoffs of Columbus, so it's not a good club to be in.
No, definitely. I suppose we could put just a slight asterisk next to that, just saying that Zeus did leave in the meantime, so obviously that has an impact on the team.
Sure.
But no, I mean, obviously not good enough in a sense. They obviously wanted more out of it. I agree with the map pick being a little bit of an odd one. It is a, you know, Counter-Strike major tradition, and now the NIP aren't here, someone has to do strange map picks, so I kind of appreciate that. Yeah, and, you know, just some final thoughts about Fnatic. You know, still work to do, still a work in progress. Do we have high hopes for them out in Boston?
I think it was great for them to show that they are able to reset mentally after that tough loss versus Na'Vi. I'm guessing the map that they saw that they're going to play helped, but still, individually, they were on a very, very high level. Not just Crims, but also Lekro leading the way on that T side. So it is going to be interesting seeing them in best of 3 series, right? Because we haven't seen them on a lot of maps, so that's where things get really, really interesting again, yeah. It's been a long day.
Yeah, no, resident sleeper. All right, go.
Well, I reckon the maps are definitely going to be a huge challenge, but I think some of their players could actually play quite a lot better in front of a crowd. I think people like JW and Flusher and Crims, they've been so used to it during their career. I could see them being, you know, just a little bit sleepy in this kind of environment, and I think once they get on the big stage, yeah, I think we're going to see even crazier Counter-Strike. The question is if Lekro and Golden will sort of follow along, but I think it's kind of a mixed bag for Fnatic going on.
Yeah, so one of the other stories here at the Major, has been the Sharknado Vega squadron. They're going to be in action next. They're going to be taking on Cloud9. Already eliminated Team Liquid today and did look like their old selves for about 2/3 of that match.
Yeah, absolutely, and they managed to do it on the T side, which is even more impressive. Usually they win games thanks to their CT side, but as you can see in this highlight reel, they had a 5-0 start. Winning pistol and the first gun round really helped them because they are an aggressive team in general, whether it's the T or the CT side. So even in winning rounds, they are going to lose players, so it really helps to have those consecutive wins, so you have a lot of bank. So even if you lose a round, you can still rebuy and keep that pressure on your opponents.
Yeah, Anders, what have you made of them?
I think they're an interesting team. I definitely appreciate their play style overall. I just hope that they manage to switch it up even just a little bit. I still am not sure if they're going to have enough to win this particular game. But yeah, I mean, I'm impressed by Vega so far.
Yeah, they bounced back after those 2 16-3 defeats, but again, you know, struggled against those top-tier teams. Dismantled by FaZe there, you saw, and now they've got to go up against Cloud9. Cloud9 are, you know, bouncing back themselves in this tournament. Definitely want to go to Boston and have a plethora of talent on the roster.
Yeah, they're such a good team, and right now, pretty much everyone is firing on all cylinders. Skadoodle is having some great games. He's really solid with the AWP, able to shut down much of the enemy team. And then Rush, I feel like, has just come into a form of his own. Obviously, in that last game against Astralis, he was out of control.
For me, the only thing that's been really holding Cloud9 back prior to this has been, I mean, you know, apart from Skadoodle's up and down form, sure, but Rush and Stewie2K have never really seemed to be able to work together in tandem and both have high-level performances. I don't know if that's a technical thing, maybe they occupy the same space or whatever, but it's when they've won games here at the Major, that's what's been happening.
Yeah, I think it's about them figuring out things. They're a relatively new lineup, right? 4 months. Still, maybe you change some roles halfway through, realize that there's better ways to organize things. So I think Cloud9 has been really, really good this tournament, right? I think their one odd loss that maybe they shouldn't have had is against Space Soldiers, right? But in all the other games, they've looked super strong, and that's why I never really lost faith in them. And even in the Astralis game, it was like, if they can play their own game, not get flustered, they will come out on top, and I think the same applies here versus Vega.
Yeah, it would be great to see them in Boston, but Vega, it's going to be tough opponents, so I guess we need to start thinking about the veto here, guys. How do you think this is going to go?
I think this is going to be beneficial for Cloud9 because they inherently don't really play Overpass or Inferno. Those are the two maps that Vega has looked really strong on. It is probably going to come down to Mirage. I don't see why Vega would steer away from that map and maybe go towards something like Cash. Train, I think they want to avoid it versus Cloud9 after that strong loss they had versus FaZe 2. So most likely Mirage.
Yeah, well, you've done it, Janko. Finally set you up for your moment of clairvoyance. Yes, it's just come in. Vega selected Mirage, and Cloud9 are going to start on that CT side. So some initial reactions from you, Anders.
I think this is a good map pick. I think this is going to make for an interesting game. The one thing that worries me is some of the rounds that we've seen in the past from Vega are very basic, especially towards that A-bomb side where you sort of end up, you know, having the default smokes towards jungle and staircase and all sorts towards CT spawn. But Cloud9 is not the sort of team that will respect those smokes all of the time, and they've got to be prepared for that. That's but the one big thing that I'm worried about is that they're going to trust too much in the smokes and just get shut down by the likes of Stewie and the rest who can make some pretty dangerous plays.
I think Cloud9 just needs to be prepared for anything, in a sense that Vega, in these decider games, they really throw caution out the wind and go for some crazy plays. So don't be surprised if you see people like walking through smokes. We already saw that from Vega in that Liquid game. Just be concentrated no matter what. And I think Cloud9 is the better team. They have a deeper playbook, so it's all about just keeping the composure, remaining calm, and again, they should come out on top.
So Cloud9 for you,
yes.
Anders?
Cloud9 for me too, yes. Please.
Indeed. Yes, please. He's very hyped about it. And of course, the Skadoodle curse could get broken here.
Yes.
Very important. We all want him to do it, I suppose. Right. Anyway, also just a reminder, this match will be on Game Command as well, I've been told. So you can go and check that out. And it looks like we're going to be going to a quick break. When we come back, we're going to be having Vega Squadron versus Cloud9.
Don't forget that you can be your own director. Head over to live.eleague.com and you can watch this in-game command.
I've always
all
fancied
kinds of
myself
views.
as a bit of a director.
Yeah, you try to in-game lead a lot. Listen, I've got a question for you, Mr. Knowledgeable. Why is the sky blue?
I'm not sure.
Because it reflects the ocean, but why is the ocean blue?
Why?
Because it reflects the sky. What happens if there's clouds and sharks in each of those respective fields,
I'm
though?
not sure.
Well, we get Cloud9 versus Vega.
You're right, and it's do or die time for both teams, Matt.
He wrote that, I didn't.
Yeah, it's
I'm
excellent
sorry.
work, as you can see.
It forced me.
This is quite an interesting one. As the guys mentioned, I think that's a key talking point. Skadoodle has never made it to the playoffs, right? This is a big moment for him. Tantalizing opposition as well. Sure, Vega have been strong in some of the games. They've also been very weak as well. I expect Cloud9 to be the victors here, but they're going to be tested. Can this team hold it together for one more map? It's going to be Mirage to kick things off. Once again, we said a lot of Mirage this tournament. It's a good middle ground for both teams, and we'll get into it. Here we go then. Cloud9 looking to make it to the final 8. Same story for Vega Squadron, as we'll get into the CT side for the Americans, and Vega Squadron will be having 3 sets of armor. PT50 from Mir. Watch out for that. Same story for JR. Both pistols coming out in the opening round here. Not a traditional pistol like we saw in the previous game. It'll be a smoke towards window and a likely A split coming up. Focusing on the connector, Kashanda to lead the charge.
Stewie takes down Chopper, automatic. Follow it up, he gets JR in that as well. Goodbye, Junior. Stewie's down here. Tries to fight back, but Stewie gets that as well. Cloud9. I think the first round, important first round, CT side as well. Still the favorite side on Mirage.
Absolutely. Well, that was very quick indeed. Nice and simple from Vega Squadron. Didn't yield much success there. Smoke towards the window, and on the CT side of Connector to take away the vision from obviously the ticket booth and anyone waiting on the bomb side itself. They try and get through, but automatic looking sharp. Same story for Stewie. That's quite the duo. If they're both firing on all cylinders, it could go down. We'll see as Cloud9 call a tactical timeout in round number 2. I assume this is more technical, if I'm honest. I don't think they'd be calling this at this point. They haven't bought anything yet. There's no real reason to take. Yeah, indeed it is. The admin's over there, and it looks like maybe sorting out a PC issue. So a chance to calm down. Like we said, it was automatic there. Managed to get the 2 frags. Whatever issue he had, it didn't seem to be affecting him too much. Finding all the headshots, looked very calm.
Interesting to note that if Fnatic had lost the last game, Olaf would have been the only player to make it as a legend at every single major.
That's right, of course.
Crimson Olaf, now the only 2.
That's really cool. The last 2 names.
The last 2 of the originals.
So it is just a sound issue, Matt, so it's not going to be anything too major, if you're pardon the pun.
Yeah, I didn't like that one.
No, not my best work.
Yeah, try again.
All right, well.
Come back tomorrow.
It looks like he's ready to go. Puts the soundproof headphones back on. The in-ears are pumping nicely, it seems. He's communicating with teammates. The unpause has been called.
Still surprised not to see more custom earbuds.
Well, the one that molded into their ears?
Big had... Oh, I heard a rumor Big had them, and I actually looked. Yeah, just the amount of pressure that the noise cancelers put on the big buds. Yeah, get the custom ones.
Well, it will be a force buy, of course, from Vega Squadron. No bomb going down in the pistol there. And we'll see if they can bounce back in round number 2. Full focus here from Cloud9. 3 for Masters coming out. Tarek on the UMP and Skadoodle on the Scout. He has been playing very well, Skadoodle. I'm a big fan. I want to see him make it to the playoff finally. Break the curse. It's been a long time coming, I think. Let's have a look at the nade situation for Vega. 1 decoy. It's going to take a lot of work from these deagles to get anything going here. Skadoodle actually turns away from it almost the worst time. Okay, they haven't crossed over yet. They'll go for a run boost here. As you can see, Mir getting boosted up there. Doesn't go for the jumping shot. Actually goes for Hudgy. Nails it, but gets tapped down himself.
Just go for more. Can't manage it. So Hudgy only slightly worse off on 17. Meanwhile, automatic. Go a lot more passive on Catwalk. Back-to-back Mirage games. Do we get Mirage in the 3rd one as well?
Probably. Mirage or Inferno, I would say. It seems to... Maybe Train in that one, actually.
Just throw Dust 2 in.
I would say Train. That could be a viable one for Space Soldiers and Mouse Sports.
Well, they're going to run a Train on B right now, Hank.
Oh, nice segue. As Kashanda does manage to open things up. Automatic to defend. He is one of the most skilled players on the Cloud9 roster, and you can see him doing some serious work. Another dink towards Chopper. Can't find the frag, but he sets Stewie up quite nicely. Once again, this duo going to town. Just Mir remaining now, and He'll have 14 HP. His round is over. He'll try and get one more kill. That's probably about as good as he's going to get. There it is. It's the first, and as predicted, he'll get one and then fall down to 0. No bomb planted. Full eco for Vega Squadron. Cloud9 kick off. Round number 5 with their best foot forward. 2-0 for them. Maybe just some PT50s at this stage for Vega Squadron. A lot of teams like to focus. Maybe 4 players Palace. 1 flashbang from the A round. Try and get out. Same story for the B bomb, so we'll see which one they opt for. They have got the 1 flash. That's in the back of JR. They are going towards, as I said, so 3 players in Palace, and JR with the flashbang. He'll just send them out. We'll have Kishanda to patrol the underpasses. The flash, the alley-oop. Doesn't really find much. Stewie's going to find the first kill. They're going to plan on this. We'll be very happy with that. That's actually very good news indeed for Vega. That's a full eco, the bomb planted. Obviously won't win the round, but that's an extra $800 per player if you're not aware.
I'll take that $800. Thank you very much.
And an extra 300 for the planter. I guess something we never mentioned.
I'll take that $300. Thank you very much.
You will. Put it in your back pocket. Take it to round number 4. Here we go then. 3-0. And what will we have from Cloud9? Will they go for the bonus round? We're calling a freeze time. We might have another sound issue here. The admin's behind Cloud9 once again. Looks like Automatic's being a bit of a nuisance. Up to no good. So will they go for the bonus round before the game really begins here? They're going to have an MP9 in hands of Stewie. So all signs point to yes. Automatic staying on the Famous. Same story for Farrick. But in the Vega Squadron camp, this is where things get interesting. They have the MVP.
Well, and what a round to win for Cloud9 as well, to take the momentum early if they could win the first gun as well. But bonus mentality, as they say en français. Probably don't say it like that, but we'll pretend for the sake of a narrative. So JR immediately onto the AWP. He will post up at mid, at least for now. Mir instead's actually going to be the one to try and get aggressive towards the boxes. Flashed off the angle by Stewie, then falls away with the AWP to get a different angle. Same position though at connector. Just elevated slightly to see above the smokes.
Stewie. AWP, it's not Skadoodle. Wanted to try and get that pick towards the top mid boxes there. He won't get that one, but what a flick that is, dragging right down there to find JR. That's the AWP of Vega Squadron, remember. Stewie, definitely a formidable AWP in his own right. There's the 5-on-4. You pointed out this would be an absolutely huge round to pick up, and Skadoodle didn't have to make that move. He might give up 2 frags here, but they actually end up coming out on top. 4 remaining for Cloud9, just 2 for Vega. Stewie can't hit that one though, but he does get information as to where Kishanda is.
Back out, Rush wins against Kishanda. Just Chopper remaining in a 1 versus 3. And just like that, the 1 versus 3 is done. 4-0 Cloud9. And they get the AWP back up by Automatic. That'll likely go, I imagine, to Skadoodle this time. Stewie was certainly aggressive with it, though. Nice shot.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Great work.
Today, Junior.
Or Johnny Rotten, as we're calling him as well.
Johnny Rotten.
Yep.
Okay. I like Junior.
Disgusting plays.
You are Henry G. Jr., aren't you? Henry Greer Jr.?
Not to my knowledge.
Or was it the second? I couldn't remember.
The second, yeah.
I saw your birth certificate once,
yeah.
just to prove that you were a real person, but...
So Henry Greer the second.
Henry Greer the second Esquire.
Another sound issue. Come on, Cloud9. We've got an exciting game being built up here. In terms of loss bonus, Vega Squadron with $2,900 per player. With the bomb being planted, they have a little bit more. They've got 38 on Chopper, 36 on Mir. JR down there with 2,900, considering he bought the AWP before. Not really pressuring Cloud9 too much. 3 players survived in that previous round. They have Skadoodle on the AWP this time. We'll see if Stewie can sort out his issues this time. It's going to be him putting back the headset, and it looks like he's fine. Thumbs up. The international sign for all good, I believe.
Yeah, it's one of them. I know a few international signs in sign language.
I'm sure you do. So what's the play from Vega? Chopper seems to think the MAC-10 is going to yield success.
Did for Flusher last game.
Different circumstances, though. But the PT, oh my goodness, 3 Mac 10s, a PT50. I have not seen this kind of mentality.
The mac and cheese round.
The Mac, yeah, that's a great name for him. I like that.
Thank you.
The mac and cheese. It works on many levels. Let's see what happens here. Mac 10s will get bombs out. Never casting around like this. Will it work out for them?
So far, no. Rush gets the shot on the road. Now Kashander's biting into that mac and cheese. Overlooks Stewie, and he's at the sandwich. Sandwich to go with that. Hank, I'm not going to try this one.
Yeah, please don't.
That one actually was just too easy. It lended itself to it, but crossfires everywhere in the A site, and Cloud9 go up 5-0.
So just to kind of break that down, and why I was surprised in seeing that sort of round, usually on a partial buy, we call it, you go for Desert Eagles or CZs. It used to be Tech-9s. You go for armor and execution. It's very rare to see teams go for Mac 10s and that sort of play. But it's an interesting idea. Didn't really bring too much success. A couple of kills. That was about it. But they still have enough money for the full buy here. 5-0 Cloud9. Did they change the pace at all? You can hear them getting fired up next door. I like that. A bit of fire in the belly. Coming out from the CIS team there. Round 6, and I'll have a look at the overall setup here from Vega. Looks like a hard default. Skadoodle likes this angle. All the top AWPers do. Getting their faces towards the A ramp, trying to open things up. No one on the other side just yet. Deploys the incendiary towards the B apartments there to push anyone back, and there's by a bit of time at the very beginning of the round. Both teams not giving much away here.
Flash mid. Stewie doesn't spot anyone, so he'll go back around toward connector instead. JR, meanwhile, will look back to the window. Shander's already worked out from the underpass. JR, the one that was sitting next to us, getting rather fired up, by the way. Actually, I take that back. Excuse me. It's Kashander that's beside me. I thought it was JR. Quits either. Guy in front of me. Rush, though, does take down Choppers. Good G. Back around, but Rush to find him leaves us with just Kashander and JR. Kashander through, and somehow Stewie gets caught on the inside of the smoke reloading. I think he got caught off by the push, but still didn't need to be there.
This is Cloud9 forcing the issue. Didn't have to go down like that whatsoever. Still at 2-on-2, though. They'll be tilted by this round. They give this one up. It was looking so promising. Rush I can accept with his play. But it looks like Automatic is here to save the day. Double kill for him. A little bit dicey there. Need to be careful though, Stewie. But 6-0 comes in. Double off setup retrieved. Fist bumps come through. A little bit more somber than they would have been.
Automatic's hair looks so good right up until that last little bit that's just kind of falling over the back
Flopped
of his
over.
head.
Yeah. Hate to see it.
Should we just go over and cut it off?
Maybe get the admin to in the next technical timeout.
Yep, we can do that.
Maybe that's the next level of CS, isn't it? We get the hairdressers in each round.
We already had Valens giving the massages.
Yeah, like the hair makeup comes in between timeouts. That's when we know we've gone.
We get that.
It's true, but we need it. We're actually like 40 years old. We just have a lot of makeup going on.
Don't reveal the truth about you. You are like you're like mid-30s, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah, but like no one's ever gonna know. I'll be 29 for the rest of my life.
I know. Just pretend you're 1 year older than me. That way they won't say, well, no, Sato looks younger. It's believable that way, right?
Stewie again. So this is the chance to bring out the hairdressers if we have them. See if we can sort out Automatic. But yes, technical pause. It seems like we've got a few gremlins in the system with the sound issue. So maybe that's getting some odd sounds coming through the headset. It probably looked like he was talking there. He was fragging. Maybe that was the issue with the communication in that round. Maybe he lost the sound, and that's why he made the push through the smoke. Didn't really know what's going on. Tried his best to work it out. But looks like we're sorted all again. No thumbs up this time, though.
No thumbs up this time.
Okay.
But 6-0. Stewie seemingly putting the earbuds back in. He hasn't gone for the noise cancelers, though, so probably just testing the settings beforehand. They're looking for the mutual thumbs up.
I won't feel comfortable until they come through.
The man on his right, or his left, our right on screen.
Make it extra confusing.
Camera right, stage left.
Okay.
Okay. His name's Skadoodle. He's never been to the Legends top 8 or Legend status of a major. 13-round win streak over the last 2 maps.
He said 6 attempts at it, I believe, as well, right?
No, he'd be 0-8, I think, this time.
Oh, really? Is that it's got that far? Oh, wow.
I think so. Yeah, go backwards. Anyway, I'm not going to do that right now. I think it's okay
Anyway,
now.
it's about time he did it, right? That's the main point. Either way, we're back into it, ladies and gentlemen. 5 AKs, a lack of utility for Vega. As they go fast towards middle, they'll be changing up the pace. We've seen solid defaults from them so far, but can't quite finish the rounds. Tarek, though, that is solid. Goes towards the B apartments, pushes up, takes down Kashanda, drops the smoke. There's no chance of a response there. That's beautiful play. They have nothing to work with right now. A bit of mid-control with Stewie. He'll lock that down by holding towards CPL. And now Cloud9 have been a little overzealous sometimes when they have the advantage, but this is looking very, very good so far. Tarek holds a different angle this time. He hasn't seen Chop across, so will he be able to flick the shot over if required? Flashbang he'll avoid, but Mur somehow finds 2 kills there. Stewie and Automatic go down. Tarek finds another. He'll spot the third, but fall down here. Mur, 3 HP after finding that great opening.
Tarek's not, I like to just stay with the same angle toward apartments. He drops to watch Catwalk. It's an interesting way of doing it with the AWP, is rather than keeping that fight, keeping that specific angle. If you drop down, you watch Cat, you bring a rifle from window to at least get information above you, and you can be ready for the second approach. But they rotated off it. They've gone all the way back over. Skadoodle with 2. 1 kill, but 2 hits through the box. Not bad. Tarek couldn't respond fast enough to take down the bomb, so they'll go back for the plant. But Tarek is immediately there to collect on JR with the smoke dissolving or dissipating. And Mir is suddenly left with 3. And
Wow,
Tarek, not bad at all. I thought he might get caught off from that position.
Yeah, he's always claimed he fancies himself as a bit of an AWPer, and that is a really nice play from him. Opening aggressive kill here towards the B apartments, repositions, finds a second. He's disciplined. He doesn't challenge for the third. Pushes towards short, backs up Skadoodle, who denied the bomb with a wall bang, and then they win the round. That's really frustrating now for Vegas Squadron. Mir, you can see the top right there. He managed to get 2 frags. We didn't catch it. I think it was towards short and CPL. But Skadoodle, he wins the round. He buys some time here, denies that bomb going down. Good refrag by JR. But overall, Skadoodle fighting for a playoff spot here. 7-0. Tactical timeout. They're still fired up. The fist bump's coming through. It's very early in the game. They can still win the half, remember. So, we're not done yet.
Long way to go. More so because the money's actually been kept fairly honest in Cloud9. So it's not like they've... The worst thing is, you know, they got 2 or 3 rounds in hand and you're struggling just to win 1 round. You then get reset, or maybe even win 2 and then still get reset, and then you never break them down. You never actually have a chance to do that. So you make the job harder. The fact that they've kept it close means they could actually turn this quite quickly. Double up, Tarek and Skadoodle.
Indeed. It was successful in the previous round. Love that play from Tarek. Picking it up a little bit. Same time. And we'll go towards the B apartments once more. Sendry at the very start gets smoked out by a teammate, but they've got something up their sleeve here. Automatic, we baited in by Tarek this time. So you can see Automatic sits in that corner. Tarek too far off a shot. He sits on the windowsill. So as soon as he fires the shot, he's got the escape plan. He can just fall back and bait in Automatic there. It's quite cool. Same story when he goes back towards the balcony as well. So another default here from Vega. We haven't really seen too much tactical depth from them. I think that's been the overarching theme of their success here at the majors so far. Great when they're hitting all the shots. They're super aggressive and fast and loose. As soon as they get rattled like this, they don't really have much to fall back onto. They've struggled on this particular map as well. Execution coming in. Aim split eventually with the bomb there. Simple smokes towards jungle and CT spawn. Very telegraphed. They won't strike before the smokes bloom. So they have a chance to rotate in. And the final commitment comes through.
Stewie trying to sneak in. Oh, spotting. The booster, the boosted, is found by Skadoodle at the window. Down they go. And Junior's gone as well. Skadoodle.
See ya.
Skadaddy. Stewie with a knife as well to take down Chopper.
Yeah, you had the Stewie just shout then. It's over. It's done. I kind of agree with him. Vega just don't have anything to work with here. They are crumbling. That was a really poor execution. It was, like I said, it's so telegraphed. They haven't gained any map control anywhere. They go for the nades towards the A-bombs. Look how simple this is for Skadoodle. Stewie already spotted them boosting. As you said, Skadaddy comes to life there, saving his teammate. Then the knives come through. It's going to be so demoralizing for them. The bomb does not get planted. It's even knife. That's like Stewie's 3rd knife kill of the day. He got 2 in the game earlier.
That's outrageous.
And we go into round number 9. The bomb does not get planted. As I said, maximum loss bonus, sure, but nothing really to work with here.
We had a famous knife in this building last year, too.
Which one are you referring to?
Config.
Oh,
last week
we were sat at this very booth.
Yeah, we were.
He was
and
sat
I looked over
just over there, wasn't he?
Saw his team wanting to kill him. Yeah.
Yeah, I almost fell off my chair.
Sitting where mouse sports are sitting right now. They'll be playing against Space Soldiers after this game.
That's going to be a barn burner of a game. That's a lot of skill on the server.
Mega Squadron has 15 kills total. Stewie. Was it just Stewie? I was going to say no, Stewie plus Rush. Sorry, I missed that all the way through, but Stewie plus Rush of 25.
Chopper 1 and 8. Richard's been a big fan of his, but he's also said that he hasn't been playing to his best at this tournament since this stage of the major has begun. So just to reiterate, Mac 10 from Mer, that's now gone. Stewie's not taking any prisoners today.
This is outrageous.
Yeah, everyone's going down. Lock the doors. No one leaves the server until he's done.
Will get 3 of his own. 9-0.
It doesn't mean much. I was thinking, oh, we only have pistols, right? But the way they're losing those kind of partial buys is so dramatic and looking so easy for Automatic and Stewie. It's unreal right now. 15 kills of Stewie, Rush 11, Automatic 9. Tarek with 4K and 1 round of 5 is all he had to do, really. Remember, they're 9-0. All the kills he's had in front of him, he's taken. Double up setup still. Brutal scenes here. Expecting a lot more from Mega Squadron. They showed so much promise. Be gutting for them to go out in this sort of fashion. This is the performance everyone will remember. AKs, AWP. Molotovs towards the window and the smoke deployed. It's Mia now. Trying to find opening picks. Another slow round. They're not necessarily running a default this time. You can see 4 players in the middle. This will be a B split. They're going to be focusing towards short from what I can gather. Indeed they will. Chopper inspects towards CPL, which this time is clear. Smokes over Cloud9, buys some time, and Automatic looking for any players boosting up there. It is likely. He's trying to bait them into it. He throws that smoke to try and tempt them to do it. He gets 1. It will be a team kill technically, but it sets Skadoodle up. He knows he's got a position now to actually take a few players down with him as he holds in the B apartments.
The trade based on the team kill gives Skadoodle so much to work with. I thought he was going to hit that on Chopper, so he backs off. Meanwhile, Mirror's been bound and Rush slips in. 10-0. Cloud9.
Way too easy.
Oh, Rush.
Yeah, do it. Get in their faces.
Yeah, you like when people do that.
I love it. 16K for Tarek.
To you.
15,000 for Skadoodle. Pretty much everyone in 5 digits for Cloud9. You get the point. No bomb planted. This is where the team kill comes in. Automatic is playing on that smoke, being an absolute nuisance. And Skadoodle, you can see he really wants this. Every shot is almost perfect. Good positioning. And Tarek, was that for a smoke? Not quite, but still great shot. Puts down JR. Galils, UMPs, CZs. It's getting desperate now for Vega. They know they need to find a little bit of luck here. The tactics aren't there. There's no fakes coming in. There's no coordinated, detailed set pieces. It's all very standard. I'm not seeing anything that's impressing me at all right now from Vega. Firepower they have, sure, but tactical prowess doesn't seem to be their game. Here comes an execution now, though.
This is a team that's had phenomenal CT sides. The T sides have been just enough to string them all together, but this is not nearly close enough. Skadoodle, Automatic, Kashander, Chopper. They're the 2 that go down with those previous aforementioned players' hands. Skadoodle holding off still from window. We'll watch to see if anyone crosses in. They won't even get that far. Tarek and Stewie, 11-0. We don't even have any games going on, apparently, for round 5.
Apparently not. I kind of built this round up a bit too much, I think.
Standard procedure. It's just a matter of formality at this point in time.
Yeah, looks like Cloud9 will be the 7th team to make it through. Vega are floundering. This is no shark. What's a pathetic fish? Matt, you're good at this. A tuna?
Tunas are pretty, yeah. They're certainly not a pariah.
A clownfish. There you go. That works.
Clownfish, yeah, that's not bad.
A couple of levels.
Yeah. Starfish.
Starfish, yeah.
Usually that's what I call people that don't do any work.
Yeah, well, there we go. This will be another force, but they have to buy all these rounds now. And there will be Stewie getting aggressive. Same story for Rush. They're just having fun now. They're toying with their food. And it's going to be a clean sweep. This is awkward now.
Yeah, that's just the round. It's almost like Vega's just given up. The rounds aren't even lasting 30 seconds.
Well, this is the point where Cloud9 got so deep in the zone. They've got 3 AKs, double orbs. They're rushing round. Vega have their star players, JR, 1 for 12. Chopper's on 0 and 12, man. He's supposed to be the kingpin of the team. No one fragging, no tactics to present, and Cloud9. This is the Cloud9 I love to watch. I said it did nothing in the agreement yesterday. If this team gets off to a good start, they win a pistol and they win the first gun round, no one's stopping them. Like Cloud9 at their best, scary to watch. They're a top 5 team in the world if they're playing their game. If they get rattled, they lose a few clutches, make a few mistakes, they bicker a lot, and you can see the team fall apart. But right now, this is stellar. This is what you want to see in round of 8 in a major. This kind of performance.
Someone's confused that they thought I said that Config knifed Mouse Sports. I said no.
No.
I said they're sitting where he was sitting last year
Yes.
right now, waiting for their game. It was against Godsend. Why I've chosen to address that single individual, I'll never know. Automatic still to hold off the ladder flash in. Could get the shot toward him, and JR manages at least that. Not only does he find the kill on Automatic, but he takes down Stewie as well. That gives them a 2-man advantage. Finally something to work with for Vega. Looking for their first round, which he's got Tarek. Chopper's got rushed. They might find it with 5 alive as well, which would give them a chance to build an economy for at least a second round. And at that point in time, going into round 14, would mean the rest of the half, essentially.
Well, this one is much better for Vega Squadron. 5 players will survive. Finally, they break down the defense. Look at that sea of blue. 12-0 so far. It's going to be Vega posting their first round. Skadoodle. We'll try and do what he can. Doesn't matter if he dies. He got 16k. Pretty much everyone. So they've got enough for the rest of the game and then some. So, it'll be JR finally stepping up. Finds his 3rd frag of the game with 2 in this round. Skadoodle will go down as well. Still believing. I can hear the players getting fired up. 12-3 would be enough. Don't get me wrong. We were getting maybe a little bit carried away. They are boosting up in the window. Finds 2 with the Galil. Need this last 2 though. I can't stress that enough. Although we did see a 13-2 comeback today. Let's just make sure we are completely fair.
That is true. That is true. It wasn't from Gambit though. It was from Quantum Boston Fighters.
Belated Fire, I think you should call it.
Doesn't matter. That's what I'm calling them now.
The Boston Fighters. Well, timeout for Vega Squadron. Lord knows they need it. They have 1 timeout remaining, and this has been disastrous. Like we said, we always say this is the most heartbreaking round to go out because you have to play so many days in a row, so many games, and obviously 3-0. It's the best way to go out or get through. This is the hardest and most stressful way to do it. Right at the last hurdle. Chopper's performance so far has just not been good enough.
Chopper. I would say at this point they should probably get to the chopper because they're going to need to fly home after this game, Hank.
They can probably stay a couple of days if they want to.
Oh, you're right. I don't have to tell them what to do. You know, there is an aquarium here. Maybe they'll just go live there.
Yeah.
They'll take the sharks and put them back in the water.
3 orbs just to know.
And we'll go on our daily business.
From Cloud9. Stewie, Skadoodle, and Tarek. A lot of orb potential in this team. I think that's great. They don't mix it up too much. They stick to their roles. It's normally Skadoodle and Stewie. Tarek chimes in every now and then.
Still haven't gone to the Atlanta Aquarium. I need to do that at some point. Tarek, ooh, flash. He's tagged. He'll get pushed off the angle. Still gonna watch through the bars of the window. Shander will sneak through the underpass. Try and take some room at middle. They could bring this to 12-3. The comeback score. Good shot from Stewie. He's got other plans. Punching down in mid. Rush will take out Kashander, who's not sure where to look between the 2 players, the 2 positions, and as Rush continues to work up. Watch off the bottom of middle. It comes to the approach at A. They don't have a lot to work with. You're going to have to win some duels, boys.
They absolutely are. Smoke gets deployed at the air ramp. Skadoodle ready waiting. Spots 1 full trigger, but he doesn't find the kill just yet. This is still possible for Vega, but the double orbs towards a bomb site isn't ideal. They're hoping a mistake is made, which it is. Skadoodle avoids death. Nade comes in there. Will it take him down? Not quite. Stewie coming in. Nails it. Takes the bomb down, and that should be the round. 1 player remaining. Not for long. Stewie and Skadoodle go to town. 4 players survive. 13-1. Full reset. There'll be not a lot of cash here for Vega Squadron. Although they did keep 5 players alive, remember, in the previous round. So they'll have enough for rifles at least. Stewie watching the angle here towards middle. Nice shot. Need fast reactions to nail that one. Comes back in with the M4A4. Finds the bomb. Gets the triple with the round. Galil, UMP. It's actually not too bad. Like I said, 5 players surviving the round before. Chopper, that's designed to go in the window. Can be quite a difficult one. Misses from time to time. This one has been nailed.
Ain't no big deal. Ska tries to time it. Won't catch anyone jumping across. 13-1. We're looking at the last round of the first half, which he's going to be smoked yet again at A main, so no entrance for him. Bomb, meanwhile, is already inside of middle. Shander that's holding it. Automatic. Corner position. No. Gonna have some eyes to catwalk as well. He certainly does. Rush takes Huchi, auto steps out, takes down 2, Mirror Chopper. Can't quite get JR, but it's Shander only remaining. Well, a 2-man advantage now.
Just been like shooting sharks in a barrel, Matthew. It's all done.
It's a pretty big barrel.
Yeah, it's quite large. But here we go then. It will be 14-1. It's looking very likely that Cloud9 will be our 7th team here. As we get into the second half, it's going to have to be the perfect game. I mean that quite literally. From Vegas Squadron, 15 rounds in a row for the victory here. If they won the 16-14, Tarek to finish things off. There he is, one of the protagonists of this story. Very good stuff from Stewie. Same story for Automatic, I have to say. Skadoodle looks like he might have just broken the curse.
Well, don't count your chickens before they hatch. I don't know how you count a school of fish, so...
I knew you were going to find something.
We'll
even if you couldn't.
Let that go.
Well, 4 sets of armor for the CTs. I'll focus on their story a little bit more. They are on the huge chase here. A smoke at the fuse kit, and they're going for 3 players towards B. Now, that could be the correct call. That's where Cloud9 are heading, at least for now. Tarek with the P250. Not going to commit. Lining up the smoke. Goes towards the connector.
I'll work through it.
No one's on aim up.
Oh, you didn't hear? It's a B game only. Apparently it doesn't matter. JR holds off window. Bomb goes down. Tarek is actually on B trying to sneak in behind them, but the round looks like it's going to go to Vega. I say that, and all of a sudden that's when Skadoodle strikes. Tarek sneaks in behind, and it's just 1 minute advantage. Tarek's gotten Mirror. What a way to turn this. Could you imagine? Bomb still babysat. Tarek doesn't need to commit too aggressively to this peak because he needs to let Skadoodle get in position. He's not sure of where the second player is. They're together, and together they'll strike. Tarek goes down. Just Skadoodle. Has to go toward the bomb.
How badly does he want that playoff spot? Not enough to close it out this time. 14-12. Nice work from JR. Holds the window strong. Jumps through from short, actually. That's perfect. He couldn't have timed that any better. Gets the bomb down. Tarek and Skadoodle fight back.
Went that way, to be fair.
I guess it's clearing it out as a group, making sure they can try and trade. It's a really difficult position to call. Like, you think he's in the window, but he's actually on the windowsill. And it's an awkward angle, so he hits every single shot. He's had a quiet game so far, but that's much better. 14-2. Forcebyte comes in for Cloud9, trying to shut this down quickly. Double scout setup, the Eagles and the CZ.
Shots to top mid. That's where Tarek is with the, well, 1 of 2 scouts. Stewie, meanwhile, trying to spray through the kitchen window, desperate toward B. Trying to hit the headshot if he jumps again. Huchi, best be careful. He's got that preset. He'll change his crosshair placement now, so it won't be as easy to find next time. He's still thinking it might happen. It won't. Huchi's fallen off. Mirror, Huchi, JR, all in B. Bomb still at T-spawn, though.
No damage inflicted at all. As we hit the 1 minute mark, Stewie trying for the wall bang there towards the van. Rush waiting patiently for anyone to step out of line towards the window. Automatic, very good at the Desert Eagle. As the scout shot is hit, it's Mir going down 30 towards short.
Stewie. It's the new minimalist way of casting. Just say names. It works in ball sports because you still follow the balls. I know you like to do that, Henry, but we don't have those in CS. You watch a lot of football, don't you?
Yeah, it's true.
Shander, JR. Shut them down. Stewie and Tarek still find kills in this. Even when it goes well, it's not exactly easy. Scout trying to walk in. Tarek late, not going to happen. Vega's going to find a 3rd round. Prolonging the inevitable at this point.
Well, it seems that way. There's a lot of work to do, but all they have to do is focus on each round. The CT sides have been strong. It's the T sides where they haven't looked amazing. So until they reach 16 at the top, it's not over. This will be the full eco now for Cloud9. I'm sure they won't waste any time to get this one over with. Maybe just a rush towards A, similar sort of fashion we saw before. One flashbang, send players out of Palace, hope for the best. Indeed, that looks like exactly what's going to happen here. 4 players in the Palace. It will be Tarek with the flashbang. He'll flash them out. 3-2-1. And it goes. Unlikely they get a plant down. It doesn't look amazing. Choppers in front of them. Get a couple. It all will go for the plant, but it won't be realised. Or will it? It does actually go down. Nice work. I didn't expect that at all. So that's something. It will be around for Vegas Squadron, but a bittersweet victory in that sense that they allowed the bomb to be planted. It was automatic to find out 1 kill that allows them to get it down. So great stuff by him. Now, stronger buy for Cloud9 coming into the next round. Spells danger for Vegas Squadron.
Well, it could. 14-4. Skadoodle has enough to go glass cannon. He's going to elect not to. He'll stay on an AK-47, so they'll take this tactically. Let everyone get out utility. 5 smokes. 5 Molotovs. 10 flashes. No HE grenades.
No HE grenades at all. Oh, this is what I'm talking about. We didn't see any of this sort of stuff from Vegas Squadron. Like these nice little set pieces at the very start as objective of this stuff in the round. Just coming through. Molotovs as well. This would be a fast approach. A-split coming in. Yeah, will hit the first shot as Automatic sets himself up to jump in the window. There are flames there. Will take some damage, but it doesn't matter. Takes down Kashanda. It's an absolute bloodbath so far. Back and forth frags with Cloud9 taking the lion's share. 3 on 2 as Mir and Hudgy prepare their retake.
Fall off the angle, and Tarek is inside mid, hoping that they're going to walk directly in front of them and have no idea. Mir going back to T-spawn. Almost frustrating, agonizing for Tarek because he won't get that shot for free, but it does still give him position inside of connector to work with. Stewie's got to be careful. Back exposed. They have no idea. Hudgy's going to give this away, though. He throws a flash, and Stewie wasn't even looking that way to begin with. Now he knows to get in the sight, but Hudgy still finds it before the op can get set and ready. At least they'll turn that direction. Tarek will shuffle, therefore, toward jungle. Good read. Skadoodle. Smoke down. Won't matter. That's going to just allow Skadoodle to get away, and they'll trade off of it perfectly. Map point for Cloud9.
15-4. Vegas Squadron now. The 11 rounds in a row just to take us to overtime. It does not sound realistic. They've quietened down now. They were believing for the first few rounds, but there's a very somber tone on that side of the room. Stewie. His score right now is currently sat at 22 kills, 9 deaths. I love that tactic at the very start. Those set pieces, great way to do first gun rounds. You know, the CTs won't be completely comfortable in the first gun round. They'll have like residual FAMASes or UMPs, as they say. That's good at almost with the chopper into smoke. I thought that was going to connect. Hudgy's just down to a CZ here. Limited on utility. They have 1 kit jail with the AWP. Their absolute last chance now.
Starting off.
It's the AWP
Go down a man as well. Skadaddy takes down Junior. Go back in for a little bit more as well. Still the gap above the smoke window is occupied, but smoked off also means that they won't be able to do much with it. It's Chopper that's waiting, hoping the vision will come back in such time that they're still standing at the bottom of the stairs. And they might be, because Kashanda